Danny Phantom has a very interesting setup and takes place in a unique world with a multitude of ghosts and a dimension in which they reside. Throughout the series, we learn more about ghosts and the Ghost Zone alongside the main characters. Even so, there's still a lot of mystery surrounding it all. If we take everything we know and break it down, however, we can make sense of these things. The series centers around Danny Fenton and his powers, so let's start there. What exactly did the portal machine do to him to give him his ghost powers? We know that the machine was designed to open a portal to the Ghost Zone by creating a rift between dimensions. When Danny accidentally activates the machine from within, it seems that the rift was opened right through his body. The visuals of the opening theme display ectoplasm, which likely came in from the Ghost Zone, coating his DNA. As we know, Danny can voluntarily switch between his human and ghost forms. He likely does this by focusing the latent ectoplasmic energy within his body and allowing it to take over for a period of time. His powers seem to be somewhat limited, however, as strenuous situations can force him to revert back to human form against his will. He also has the power to create blasts of ectoplasmic energy as well as create barriers with it. He can even briefly activate these powers while in human form. He also discovers that he has ice-related powers alongside his ability to sense when a ghost is nearby, and at one point he learns to split and duplicate himself. In his ghost form, Danny is still able to interact with the physical world as well as touch other ghosts. To beat them up, mostly. Like all ghosts, he can temporarily turn himself intangible and invisible. He can spread this power to items and even other humans that he touches. He can also possess or overshadow people's bodies and enter their dreams. When in ghost form, he can of course fly as he is not affected by gravity. He wears a helmet when in outer space, seemingly implying that he still needs to breathe oxygen even in his ghost form, or the helmet could be a precaution in case he reverts to human form unexpectedly. Now let's look at the Ghost Zone. It is confirmed to be an alternate dimension of reality connected to multiple different realms, including Earth, and exists outside of time. It is also inherently tied to Earth, as destroying the Ghost Zone would do the same to Earth, and vice versa. The realm appears to be brimming with ectoplasmic energy, the same substance that gave Danny his ghost powers. The Ghost Zone has multiple doors floating around that act as entrances to various ghosts' lairs, which are seemingly pocket dimensions within the greater Ghost Zone. As for the ghosts themselves, what exactly are they? Maddie Fenton very explicitly states that ghosts are an amalgamation of ectoplasmic energy and post-human consciousness. We know about the ectoplasmic energy part, but what about the other part? Most folklore around ghosts in the real world involves them being the soul of a deceased person or creature manifesting itself in the world of the living. Certain ghosts in the series are confirmed to have been humans who died, particularly Desiree and Sidney Poindexter. Given the nature of the Ghost Zone, it is entirely possible that the spirit of a recently deceased person who is not ready to move on to the afterlife could end up there and be transformed by ectoplasmic energy into ghosts as we see them in the show. It doesn't seem that the Ghost Zone is specifically a permanent afterlife, but more like the unknown from Over the Garden Wall, an in-between space. Many creatures within and from the Ghost Zone don't appear to be human at all. One example is Frostbite and the other Yeti creatures that Danny encounters who teach him about his ice powers. It is possible that a human spirit can be transformed into something that does not resemble a human, or these specific ghost creatures are actually from dimensions apart from Earth that are likewise connected to the Ghost Zone. Just like human spirits, they are transformed by the Ghost Zone's ectoplasmic energy and become ghosts. Ghosts are probably referred to and regarded as non-human or post-human because even if they were once human, the Ghost Zone has transformed them into something unrecognizable from their human self. Ghosts can be harmed when concentrated ectoplasmic energy is fired at them, even though it is the same thing that they're made of, or at least that gives them their power. Pokemon had it right. Ghost is weak to ghost. There also exists a substance called ectoranium that is naturally anti-ghost, possibly because it has the opposite properties of ghostly ectoplasmic energy. Blood blossom flowers are similarly harmful to ghosts, possibly because they contain ectoranium or a different substance that also happens to be anti-ghost, though blood blossoms are harmless to humans. Ghosts can be contained in devices such as the Fenton thermos, which appears to be able to suck them into it. In summary, ghosts as they appear in Danny Phantom are most likely spirits of humans and possibly other creatures who have been transformed by the ectoplasmic energy and unique properties of the ghost zone. They're certainly very mysterious entities, ones that people like the Fentons have dedicated their lives to studying and researching. What do you think of my observations? Is there anything you'd want to add? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. I've got plenty more on plenty of other media, so be sure to check it all out and subscribe. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.